us.
What's a good combo with her?
Oh, you want to know the legends you got to play with her? Newcastle, Rampart, and Vantage. Only because, no offense, but Newcastle right now, it's because the knockdown shield got changed for Newcastle. What shield combo? Rampart, Gibby. I don't have them.
I can run Newcastle.
Yeah, if you want to run Newcastle, bro. Alright, well, it don't matter which one I play, because, you know, only thing I can say is that I only have the airline for Rampart.
We're headed to World's Edge.
Dude, no one's gonna touch. I don't know, bro. Fuck a Gibby. Let's throw a caustic in that bitch. Or fuck the Newcastle. Throw a Gibby. We can use Gibby.
I can get Gibby.
Yeah. Take Gibby. Gibby will be better. Unless there's a Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie insta destroys his dome. Alright, we'll work against that when we get to that point. Alright, I got you.
Should I go around King's Cannon?
No, not yet. Yeah, did you just say King's Cannon? I'm a little...
I did say King's Cannon.
Cannon?
Oh, Ken. I know what I said. Bro, I say it 2 different ways, but you know what I meant.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What's King's Cannon? Is that like Luffy's new move, bro, for One Piece?
I don't. But either way, how's the revamp?
I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of differences right now, bro. The map's brighter. They took out the second floor, the tower in the middle of the map, so there's no more cage floor. Not only that, but they brought Skulltown back. They still have Caustic and Crypto's area. They have the planes still. You remember that little you know that big ass hill you run up by the water from one side to the other, the big open area, and we'd always be like, ah, fuck, we gotta run through this shit.
I think so. I don't know.
And it'd be that building on the bottom, then we'd zip line up, and then we'd run up that little hill to the next building, or we can go below that little area below the zip line. They took that out, basically. They did a lot. The marketplace has a now bigger, wider area, so you can't get choked in there if you're trying to run through. So they fixed that for a lot of people. Oh, shit. I don't want it.
Looks like today is my day, brother. Here we go. I'm the jump master.
Follow my path to win.
Oh, you can just keep passing it. We just do that shit all the time.
You gotta admit, that was pretty good, right?
Okay.
All right, mates. We could try here or die
Nope.
somewhere else. No pressure.
Yeah, it's our funeral, he says. I think I got mine from a previous season. Alright, I'm coming down. Yeah.
Whole squad not in the ring. You're gonna die.
Yeah, I got you. Fucking ass.
First blood. I've discovered a mobile respawn beacon.
Hey, any of us have a wingman and or the 30-30 right now? What?
Not far from the ring.
I have neither of those.
Alrighty.
The new kill leader.
I think 30-30's your gun now, ain't it?
No, I'm just asking because I have I have a skull piercer right now, thank God.
Now that used to be your favorite gun.
What, 30-30? I still like it, yeah. It's got skull piercer right now, so... Hopefully.
Is it better with it? Is it better?
I don't know, I found the wingman.
I got some heavy ammo over here.
Warning.
I don't need heavy ammo. Wingman's a sniper gun now.
Got one.
Taking fire, brothers.
Enemy taken down. Tossing up some amp cover.
Shield up.
Play the back of the dome. Play the back of the dome.
Putting up some amp cover.
Got purple shield over here.
Evil shield here. Level 3.
Get it.
Is there a better gun in there? I need that, actually. Sorry, guys. I swiped that, other thing.
Package coming in.
Optics here.
Yeah.
Mid range.
They didn't want no part of this.
Backing up my cover.
Wait, hold up. Somebody else want the wingman?
My shields are recharge.
Alright, well, let's go through some stuff.
Skull piercer.
Yeah, I know. They're running up over here towards the stairs.
Yeah, let's get some bitches.
Tossing thermite.
I broke their shield. Oh man, ultimate accelerant. Getting my ultimate right. Baby. Ooh, baby.
Ready.
Ultimate is.
So how we all doing today, man? We all just chilling right now.
Oh, where is this laser sight?
Yo, yeah, that's a new thing. They took off barrels off SMGs, by the way, just so you're aware.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
It is and it isn't. Volt SMG, by the way, if anybody want it. JT, I know you like that gun, bro. I recommend it. Spitfire, by the way.
I want to see what this Spitfire does.
Backpack here.
Spitfire do pretty. It's just a light ammo. It's just a light ammo gun now. It's the only difference. Pretty fucking stupid. I'm gonna be honest.
It's so weird. That's what I was gonna say.
No, you're good. Yeah. It's definitely not my cup of tea, though.
This is a heavy gun, or like heavy ammo gun, since it is heavy.
This way sound good?
Yeah. I don't know that way. I gotta go back this way.
Going to the city. This way. Bought some light ammo if you see it.
You said you need some light ammo?
Yeah, there's spots if you see it.
I got you. If I find some, you can have it.
Aha! My ultimate's ready to join the fun.
Bro, now we just have to find a building somewhere and camp in it. He's got his ultimate. I got my ultimate. We're ready.
But you gas traps
Extended
there.
energy mag located
Bro,
over
right?
here. Level 2.
You know, it's weird. There's a fire barrels up there, right? Like flammable barrels up on that thing, but you shoot them, they don't explode. Oh, hey.
Target spotted.
I'm gonna drop my X-ray, should I?
Broncos shooting at me. Amp cover's getting backed up.
Go use your ultimate. I drop it.
There's a new kill leader. Just another ink.
Right, get my cover out of here.
Taking fire. Shields are recharging.
Let's push back a little bit.
Putting up some amp cover.
Oh, we're getting hit from behind too. Careful.
Throwing grenade.
And a fuse, yeah.
My arm covers the door.
Come around.
Crap, I'm down.
Take a deep breath.
What? No, you didn't. You got shot by something, and I don't even know what the fuck you got shot by.
Kings Canyon. It doesn't matter where I go. Death will follow.
Hang on.
You know what? Yo. Horizon got nerfed as well, by the way, just so we're aware. Her ultimate takes like a grenade or two to destroy. So that means it's got weaker, because if they just yeet all their grenades into it, that means they can destroy their own thing now.
Who you think they gonna put an heirloom out for this season?
It's either Loba or Fuse. I know Loba already has concept art of it being a fan, and it's been leaked for like a year, for a couple months now. And Fuse, the voice actor for Fuse, just on live on YouTube, or live on whatever the fuck he was using, he pulled out a beer can, and he was drinking a beer can, and he had a crate from the Apex devs.
Let's get a move on, mate. I'm sprouting gray hairs here.
I quantify skill by the evidence.
Piece of
Just give me a shot and I'll shine like the sun.
Who? Fuse? Yeah, F-U-S-E. I don't know.
Introducing your champion.
I think his ultimate should be like I don't know, like a alcohol, like a beer bottle or something like that.
His
Knowing what
ultimate?
happens better.
Yeah,
All I care about is who's the best.
His heirloom?
Reclaim the most lives.
We going down the poop chute.
I really think Lobo's gonna get
Yeah, I think it's Loba. All the 12-year-old boys are gonna go get excited.
they're gonna get horny.
Bro, right? They're gonna be like, Arigato goes, I'm Apex devs.
Everybody's gonna start to hit the mobile.
Yo, stocks. I'll grab the mobiles.
Thanks.
Oh, somebody's here.
Taking fire, brothers. No good, brother.
Right here.
Down. Gas trap deployed.
Inside the next ring. Putting up some amped cover.
First blood. The cycle. Death will have to wait. Gotta heal. Taking a knee.
I'm gonna get this shit.
Oh, he's getting pushed outside right now, lol. JT, don't forget to heal, man.
Level 2.
Champion eliminated.
Recharging shields. Champion just fell.
Knockdown shield here. Level 2.
Deploying the Tarian.
Ring closing.
We
Alright, I think we got people coming right now.
Getting backed up. I'm covered, mates. Getting my gun out.
Yo, right? Bro, what the fuck? Back up, back up, back up. Alright. I have another idea. So, Rampart for cover, Fuse, and then I was also thinking about either like Revenant or like a Watson, maybe even Wraith. Or a Bloodhound. A Bloodhound, Fuse, and a Rampart. That wouldn't be bad. So we have the cover and we have the grenades like we do with Fuse. So you can't run out of throwables. And then Rampart because she can deploy cover wherever. And Bloodhound because he's great because he'd be able to see people with his ability. The most meta combo right now. Yeah. Season 14 team meta comp. We're on season 14. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to play a single one of those characters.
Hello everyone, I'm your host with the mostest 8-second gaming, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down 3 of the best team comps that you and your squad need to be running this split so you can absolutely dominate rank, grind out that RP, and hit a new peak rank. Everybody knows that team comps are extremely important when it comes to Apex. You need to have those 3 legends that complement you and your team's playstyle so you don't have... You need to check out the game lead where you could possibly be and carry yourself to...
Okay, I don't care about your
So
fucking
click the
ad
link in the
shit.
description. You agree one for each of the different playstyles. So let's start things off with the hybrid playstyle. This is just for the people that have no set playstyle. If they're in the middle of zone, they're gonna chill out, but if they're on the edge of zone, they have no issues looking for a fight. This team comp is going to be Newcastle, Vantage, and Seer. First off, Newcastle is basically the new Gibraltar. They took the best of Lifeline's kit and the best of Gibby's kit and kind of mashed it all into one, made a love child, and it's now Newcastle. His passive revive shield is insanely strong, and there's a lot of new techniques coming out with the changes that they just made to it. His tactical is not as good as a Gibby bubble per se, but it's also extremely useful in a lot of different situations, and you can use it to siege buildings because it moves. And his ultimate is really good for some of the endings on KC where it pulls to a spot in an open field or somewhere where there might not be as much cover. You can just basically slam it down, give your team a spot to play, And no matter what situation,
Dude, what fucking movement is this, bro?
kind of an answer. Newcastle is like a Swiss Army knife
This
of the
fuck.
support
Oh man, I'm watching the
That's
video.
why
This dude
playing a hybrid
talking
role
about
because
like
he always has an answer for any situation you find yourself in. Now, next up,
Seer
the
and
new legend that came in
Vantage.
this season is Vantage, and she's actually pretty strong in a lot of different situations. Echo is great at taking space at the beginning of fights and also sometimes during fights if you're not the center of attention. It can be a little slow and people that are really good at tracking can beam you out of the sky with it, but if nobody's looking at you, you do have that time. Their armor so you can know going into a fight if you're at an advantage or not, and her ultimate's great at starting fights or even getting some really good poking out. Because with that sniper rifle, Vantage technically has 3 weapons available for her. So you can technically get away with running shotgun SMG on Vantage because you still have long range covered with your ultimate. I've actually been playing Vantage a lot since the season came out, and I'm really enjoying my time on her and cannot wait to play her more. And
I might
last
get
up on
her
this team comp
next.
is Seer. Now, Seer is one of the strongest, if not the strongest legend in the meta right now. I was expecting to see him get a few nerfs at the start of the season, but he did not. So he's still really good in a lot of different team comps, and this one is no exception. Doesn't matter where you are because he just constantly has wall hacks. He can scan heartbeats and pair that up with Vantage to see if that person that he scanned is actually a rat or not. He can cancel heals, he can cancel revives. He can do a lot, and it's kind of like Newcastle. It doesn't matter if you're middle of ring or edge of ring, he's still useful no matter what. But that's our hybrid team, but what if your team is a little bit more gung-ho for kills? The rank meta right now is to just W key people. You want to get as many kills as you possibly can because there's no diminishing returns. So what if that is your goal? Well, the team that I recommend for you guys is to run either Seer or Bloodhound. We'll talk about both of them in a second. Horizon and Mad Maggie. Now, Seer or Bloodhound both work in this team comp. You do need some form of a scan character if you're going to be super aggressive because you need to know where teams are during a fight. Now, Seer is good for the exact same reasons that I gave during the hybrid team comp, so I'm going to talk about Bloodhound here because I would actually put Bloodhound above Seer in this specific team comp. Bloodhound is a lot more aggressive with their ultimate. You get a huge speed boost. You're actually the second fastest moving character in the game with that boost. So you can take so many different angles, move around and fight, seem like you're coming from multiple different angles, and the scans are almost non-stop because they're on a very low cooldown. Now the ultimate does have a fairly long wait time in between them, so you might want to carry at least one ultimate accelerator and sacrifice something like a grenade, but it's always a good idea to use one because you want to have that ultimate up. Now, I personally am a Bloodhound main, so I do enjoy Bloodhound a lot more in those aggressive fights, but if you're more of an aggressive Seer player, it does work as well. So it's basically kind of who the person mains, or which one they're more comfortable on to pick or choose whether or not you use them in this team comp. Both Seer and Bloodhound work equally well. But next up we have Horizon, and Horizon did receive a few nerfs at the start of the season that made her black hole not as effective. It takes friendly fire now, and it's actually a lot easier to destroy for the enemy team when it first activates. But that actually doesn't hurt her as much as people think. It's gone from being an ability that can last throughout an entire fight to just kind of a one and done ability to open up the fight. What you want to do is use it to be that initial fight starter. Whip a ton of arc stars at that center mass, and it doesn't matter if the ultimate breaks because hopefully you're going to get enough damage out on the enemy team to make it worth it. And who knows, you might even get a very fast down, so the fight has gone extremely quickly from a 3v3 to a 3v2.
That sounds like
and
a
with the
good
highly aggressive
fight.
teammates that you coupled on this team comp, you can push in very quickly, finish everyone else off, and the fight is over before any third parties can even hear it.
Okay, after this quick background switch, let's get to the point. I've been talking about these amazing goddesses.
Before any third parties can even hear it. And that's why I really like Mad Maggie on this team comp, because with her ultimate, you can speed boost into it to couple with Horizon.
Bloodhounds, Seer, Horizon, and Mad Maggie, that actually do be sounding good though, I'm not gonna lie.
So Bloodhound, Horizon, and Mad Maggie are on top of the people that are remaining after that ultimate extremely quickly. She's also just very annoying to fight against because if you try to back away behind cover to heal, she can just stop you with her riot drill. And she completely counters Gibraltar now with her ultimate, so if you throw a Horizon black hole at someone and a Gibby tries to bubble it to protect themselves, guess what? You can't anymore because Mad Maggie's Wrecking Ball will destroy it. This is the type of team comp that just runs over teams left, right, and center, and no, Kings Canyon is a very third-party heavy map. If you can end them fast enough like this team comp can, then the third parties don't matter because you will be done the fight and ready to fight off anybody that comes after. That's just more kills for you. But what if you're not as aggressive as everybody else? What if you're more the type to read the zones, get a good spot, let everybody else kill each other, and just take the win? Well, that's going to be a very zone-centric team, and for this, you're going to be wanting to pick up Crypto, Caustic, and Valkyrie. Now, I will warn you guys, this one is not going to be as viable as it has been in past seasons. With the meta the way that it is, you want to get more kills. And while this is a very strong fighting team comp in endgame circles, if somebody decides to push you before that endgame situation happens, you might have a harder time fighting them off, because right now people are just going to be W-keying you. But that is why you have the Caustic. The Caustic stalls out pushes extremely well. The only true counter to a Caustic is another Caustic, and if they're just trying to W-key to you, I don't think that they are going to have a Caustic on their team. Your goal with this team comp is basically to just find a building or a spot in endgame and fight off people until a third party comes in so that they wipe the team that's trying to kill you, and you can then just stall out that team until another third party comes in, kills them, and the cycle continues until you're able to just chill out. So the Caustic's basically just there to keep people away from you, and the Crypto's there so that you can scan beacons for free. Crypto is one of the strongest characters in the meta right now when used properly, and to properly use him, you want to be in that circle for a while. He can scout out people around you, he can hit beacons with no risk, he can EMP for a ton of free damage to level up Evo shields, and in endgame circles when everybody's just panicking, that EMP is super deadly. It doesn't matter if somebody has a Gibraltar bubble, a Watson pylon, anything like that, the EMP will break it, the Caustic can then throw his ultimate down, throw some barrels down, and everybody just slowly ticks to death. But part of the issue that Crypto and Caustic have is they're not very mobile. They cannot get to endgame spots on their own, and that's why you have the Valkyrie. Valk did receive a lot of nerfs at the beginning of the season, and some people think that she's dead in the water, but that's not true. She's actually still pretty good. The only thing that the nerfs did is make it so that she can't spam her abilities, and you have to think them out a little bit more. But with this, she's not using her VTOL jetpack, and she's not spamming out rockets, so that doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is her ultimate. And while it doesn't go as far anymore, she's still very good at getting teams from point A to point B fairly safely, and that's all you need with this Crypto Caustic team. Because as soon as you identify where the ring is pulling, you Valk ult or jump tower right there, and you wait until the end of the game, because that's all you care about.
That sounds like a good one, yeah.
And then getting kills at the end. So that is going to be the three.
I'll do Caustic, since that's the one I seem to play more. I have all three as well.
I
JT, who you gonna pick?
I'm gonna do Valkyrie.
You gonna use Valkyrie? Hey, look at that's the skin that was actually on the YouTube video. Lol.